My name is Mandy Botello. I am in the Accounting 5000 class. I am doing this presentation one on my own, as I have failed to have any communication back and forth with my group at this point. The company that our group was assigned is Cinemark. Cinemark is in the the motion picture exhibition industry. They are also classified as out-of-home entertainment is kind of the area that they're in, and would be what they're established, what their substitutions and their competitors would be. They have for the purpose of this presentation, I am focusing on the domestic side. They are both international and domestic, and have a good standing in both. I am focusing on the domestic ones for this, and domestically, their three highest, the three states that they are that they are occupying the most are California, Texas, and Utah. They have a management company or management group that is experienced in the industry and has been doing it for a while, so that gives them a little bit of a competitive edge in the industry. They have their two main competitors in the United States are AMC and Regal, and then they have as far as competitors go, we'll discuss that in the five forces. For number one, they have the competitive rivalry is high for them. They have a lot of competition domestically, and in that competition, the pricing is roughly the same, and it's about the same. It's about the same thing that they're consuming in those locations, and so it's really easy for them to go from one theater to another, and they have a wide availability of locations. So the industry, the motion picture exhibition industry has seen a growth over the past several years, so it is a profitable company that has seen a growth in their income each year for the past, as far as I saw, it was about 5 or 6 years. Each year they still had a growth. And then for the second part of the five forces, the threat of new entrants. There is domestically in the United States, there's not too much concern of new entrants because there are so many available options for people to attend and go to the theater and participate in the motion picture exhibition industry. And in that it makes it so that the new entrants would just have a really hard time getting established, and then it would be even harder to gain a consumer base because they have the other main competitors who've been there for a long time and are established and already have those relationships with their customers. So that would be low. Then we have the threat of substitutions for the industry would be, again, as I said earlier, it's the out-of-home entertainment industry, or out-of-home entertainment group. And in that group, they have concerts, they have theatrical productions, plays, they also have ballets, they have other music like symphonies, sporting events. Those are the type of things that we would see as substitutions. The threat of substitutions is pretty low because the cost difference between the Cinemark's industry, between the movie exhibition industry and those other industries is pretty big. There's usually a higher cost included with those other industries, which the theater and the motion picture industry is able to maintain a pretty low rate comparatively. So, and then number 4 for the bargaining power of buyers is high. There are enough opportunities available, and it is comparable consumption that they are offering, comparable product that they are offering, And so because of that, it makes it so that the buyers can get the same movie at one location as they can at another, and it's about the same price, and so they can always look for the one that would be the better cost. So that gives them the bargaining power for buyers, which also brings us to the fifth one, which means that the bargaining power of Cinemark is going to be low, because they have so many other competitors that they are trying to get the customers and trying to get the consumers to come to their location. So overall, I would rate the company as a medium to low risk company. That I feel that they've got a pretty good history, and their product is something that everybody every year is consuming more. And I think that they've got a good strategy there. What they are trying to do to combat the threats, they are a very guest-oriented company, so their focus is on the guests. They take surveys, they find out, they have loyalty programs so that they can get information from those loyalty guests of ways that they can improve their company, what they can do to make it a better group. And right now they do have a differentiation of their XD screens, which are the largest ones in the industry, and they are one of the top rated premium level ones available. And then they also are working on putting lounge chairs, of course, into all of their theaters, as that has been something that their consumers have said they want to have want to have in their theaters. They are focusing on getting different foods so that they have higher level of options for foods, and then nicer facilities, continually maintaining them, which these things are what they believe are going to keep the growth in attendance and make them see that growth in attendance. And with that growth in attendance, they will be able to maintain their competitive edge, maintain their profits, and continue growing as a company. So their strategy is to focus on the customers, on the consumers. Focus on what they want, ask them what they want, find out how they can make things better. Always maintain the highest level of technologies so that they have the better picture, they have the better sound, so that they can make sure that they keep that competition in their field. So that is the conclusion of the introduction to our company and what their strategy is in relation to what the 5 forces are.